So, I'm so nervous. What was I saying a second ago?
I'll help you. Let's see. We were talking about how Christy started the whole thing of sharing clothes. And,
oh yeah. Okay, I remember. So, I was really bad about returning clothes that I borrowed, and Christy always let me borrow them, even though I never returned them a single time. And she always forgave me and still let me borrow more and more clothes every single time.
I think she might have just forgot that you had them. But
sometimes,
even that was really nice of her. If she had been
sometimes she did
persnickety about it, it would have been very different. And then because of that, it changed the dynamic of the house, because then other people were like, oh, of course you can lend things. It was kind of a novel idea when we were like, oh, you know what? We could actually express ownership of the stuff that we have.
It's true, but it's it took me very many years to learn how to take care of other people's things, but Christy gave me lots and lots and lots of chances so that when I would forget to return stuff, she would still forgive me.
Yeah.
And then when I finally had roommates that were not so gracious, by then I had learned. So she gave me lots of practice.
She knows all about how to not get mad when people use her stuff. When people, and then there's lots of other things that she started. You notice that most of us have pierced ears, and Christy was the first one to do that. Are you actually supposed to put it on my eyelids?
No.
I was gonna say, we're moving from mascara to eyeshadow.
Okay, well, I will have the nicest, most luxurious, the most sensuous eyelids.
Mm-hmm.
Just so my eyelashes stay in, right?
Mary, this mask is getting really crusty on you.
Yeah, so we all have earrings because Christy started that, and I'm pretty sure that you started haircuts because you gave you were the bold and adventurous person who cut our hair, and you went to college and just did bold and daring things, go out to St. Andrews. Hey, I remember one time we were at the beach. I'm just gonna stay here for a really long time. Please don't wipe it off my eyelids. So it was a long pier. And you were oh, let's go to the end of the pier. And I'm there's a sign. It says you can't go to the end of the pier. Christy's gonna be her adventurous, living on the edge, literally, of the pier sort of a person when it says. And then there's gonna be mean guys with large, gruff mustaches and beards coming and yelling at us. And then she's oh, let's see. So she boldly walks up, and so she's to talk to the guy there. He's is it okay if we go to the end and back? And he's sure. And I'm just kind of, in awe of what you can do that. You can just ask. And
she was so bold.
Yes. And then are we still recording?
Yep. And I am Laura, what is the program?
This is so funny.
Wait, this is not even you're just making stuff up now.
Just don't open your eyes.
I mean, I'm happy not seeing. Anyway, so, and I was going to say, Laura, didn't you say something about her breaking us out of the
Those
underwear,
are my glasses.
granny underwear, trend that was in our family? Though part of it was the hand-me-down thing, because you just let us use our old underwear, which meant that, we were oh, Christy gets the cool underwear, and then we're wait a second. We don't have to be granny underwear person. I look really dumb right now, don't I?